la vida, mae. Mira qué genial.
Ve acá.
Al único que lo he visto haciendo cosas así es Chistín.
Ah.
Sí, bueno, él es más en monociclo, pero...
All right.
We call this open start. So you could start anywhere you want. You can run as much as you want to.
donde ustedes quieran, chicos. Aquí.
Okay. I'd probably start around here. And run.
Cerramos. El tiempo comienza. Por eso es que tienen la libertad de
Ah, aquí es para correr, para agarrar energía.
Stuff. So like
Ahí comienza.
from here over.
Cuando pongan su pie aquí, aquí comenzó. Cualquiera de estos.
Starts. Go up. Over.
Ya le vamos a contar bien, chicos. Ese es el tercer
So you have to go over this.
Hay que pasar en la esquina.
Pasamos por el árbol.
No, a la izquierda de esa esquina. Ok.
You go down.
Nunca uno, déjenme ir en inglés.
Over.
Para abajo.
Around this tree. Okay. So check fire around.
No. Sí, son
Time stops. Okay. On the little square graph.
termina ahí.
Okay.
So it's like
Güey, no importa cómo pasemos cada espacio.
¿A dónde termina?
¿Cuáles son los checkpoints? De aquí abajo.
El primero era allá, que había que pasar por izquierda de ese árbol. Y el segundo es por este árbol.
Pero al lado o arriba.
A la izquierda.
Pasarla. Pues solo que lo pasas y luego vas a recorrer el árbol. Ya no importa si es negro o dorado, puedes pasar.
Pero bueno, él dijo que el primer checkpoint no era a la izquierda.
Bajar a ese otro árbol. No importa cómo vas a ir. Todo eso es plan tuyo.
Ahí te van a corregir después.
Cómo la pasas, regresar por ahí.
so yeah, do you
Let's-
wanna like film a little
Yeah,
explanation or something? Because from here we'll just practice. For a
I'm
while.
thinking maybe you can stand here and while they'll practice, then we'll do the interview. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Real quick though, like what is your YouTube? Or
Ticuristeando, that's the name. Ticuristeando is like day living. Just I'm from Costa Rica. I'm living here in El Salvador out of whatever the universe was thinking I was here doing, and I started building a house with my father. So it's pretty much that. I come out, I record. For example, I was definitely not prepared to come and do parkour, right? But Chris told us like, hey, tomorrow, blah blah blah. I was like, hey, let's see.
So do you do parkour? Or?
No, this is my first time.
Okay.
This is my first time trying all that stuff. But
you
it,
know about it?
I knew about it. But well, I lived in Costa Rica, but I didn't know anybody that did parkour until I met Chris. So yeah, pretty new to this world.
I see.
Your name is Ryan, right?
Yes.
And you were telling me about the APEX project.
Yeah, so you want to just go ahead and film that? Or you
Yeah.
wanna film it? Okay. So what we're doing here is called Apex Speedrun. It's kind of named after my gym in Denver, Colorado, which is Apex School of Movement.
Okay.
And we're kind of known for this style of parkour that is like A to B as fast as you can. So we call it speed parkour.
Spit parkour.
At this point in time, parkour has started to branch off into many different styles, kind of like martial arts. You know,
Yeah.
you've got jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, karate, wrestling, like all these different types of combat sports or martial arts.
Okay.
Same with parkour. So this is a style where we go from A, which is going to be starting on this course around right here, and it goes up and down
Until-
all the way to the end over here.
Yeah,
So
over
we're
there.
doing this for time, as fast as you can. And the way that we do this is I film the person running, and as long as we can see the start and the stop, then we can get the time off of the video.
Okay. As soon as the feet touches the end, that's time?
Yes.
Or is it like when both feet
It's
or
technically anything touch. Your hand,
Anything.
face, butt,
Okay.
foot, whatever.
Okay.
Usually we design it in a way where it makes most sense to just do like a foot touch.
Yeah.
Because that's like the most natural or athletic way to do it.
Okay. And you told me Apex Gym is known for this.
Yes.
Do you guys compete against other gyms that are also becoming speedsters in
Okay,
the
yeah, so there's some parkour competitions currently like all over the world, and sometimes they're like a freestyle judge, sort of like gymnastics or figure skating.
It's more like more tricks.
Like tricks for creativity, difficulty, stuff
Okay.
like that. That's very subjective. It's up to the judge
Yeah,
to
to the
determine
judge,
what is
yeah.
the best. Which,
Definitely.
personally, I don't necessarily like that because everyone's going to argue about what's harder.
Yeah, it's a
better.
typical. You see the judges, they're Russian, and this is
yeah.
a guy from the U.S.
So
yeah.
I like this form because you cannot argue with the time, right?
Yep.
The stopwatch doesn't care where you're from or how you do it. It just cares how fast you are.
Yep.
So it's very objective or measurable. So yeah, this is Apex Speedrun, and we are setting standardized speed courses in public outdoor spaces all over the world.
Oh,
And the
okay.
goal is that currently parkour competitions, you have to pay money or you have to qualify or be invited
okay.
or travel really far away. We want to create a new form that is open and accessible and free to all. So if we set these in public outdoor spaces all over the world, currently we have 110 courses. Actually, this is number 110. We're
Oh,
running
this
it
is
for the
100.
first time
That was
today.
my next question. How many countries have you?
Yeah.
Well, it's
So-
courses, but how many countries have you
Yes.
visited?
110 courses in 59 cities and
59 cities.
15 countries. El
15
Salvador
countries.
is country number 15.
Okay. And
the
next
goal-
country is gonna be?
I'm not sure yet. We
Okay.
got to go back to Denver, Colorado in a few days, and
Okay.
then we're gonna just try to keep building this. But
Are you taking any of the guys? Do you see any potential in any of the guys?
Yeah, actually, so he just got the record on this last course.
Yeah, I saw him. He was like just jumping a step over that. Like,
Yeah, there are a couple other guys who beat my time. So
Okay.
there's some fast people here. for
okay,
sure.
nice.
And that's the goal, is if we can set these in cities all over the world, eventually we can have this open network of speedruns where no matter who you are or where you're from, you can maybe like pull up our website or eventually an app, kind of like a Strava or Mountain Project Ultras, an app that kind of shows you like, oh, there's a course like just at the park over there. And anyone can try it. If you just go and you film it and you prove that you got this time, then we would put you on the leaderboards and maybe you could
Okay.
qualify for like some kind of bigger global event. So yeah, we want to create this new form of competition where it's open, free, accessible to all, and it challenges the best people, but it also allows like the little kids or the
Yeah.
older people, like they can still do it. They just have to find their own time. Maybe it's a little bit slower, but they can still participate and they can still set a benchmark. And then maybe in like 5-10 years, this little kid is gonna have the course record.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
see.
in like in 3 maybe, but yeah. Me as part of the older people that you were talking about, like this is my first time doing parkour. Doing parkour at all, right?
Yes.
But it is a different feeling. Like, yeah, it's not the same as running through the city, like through the cars and all this stuff. You're actually moving throughout your terrain in a different way. So I think it's a really nice skill to have, like a really useful skill to have. Maybe not here because there's not much pandillas anymore, thankfully. But before, if you had to escape, this type of thing would have saved a lot of lives.
Right.
And moving on to something a little bit more cheerful. So, any last words for anyone who would like to try parkour, that it's maybe intimidated by parkour because they think it's just jumping from high places or stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say if you're interested in parkour, which I think everybody should consider it because it is kind of like a basic movement skill that anyone and everyone can enjoy. And in fact, if you do participate, you will become stronger, you will become more confident, you can learn how to do these basic playful movements, maybe just for fun or fitness. But also, as you said, it could have some practical applications too. Like it could help you reach or escape in an emergency situation, or something like maybe more boring, but it happens. In life, like
Maybe climb a tree and get a mango, for
yeah,
example.
Yeah, or your ball gets stuck in the tree, or you
Yeah.
go save a cat that's stuck up in the tree,
Yeah.
or you lock yourself outside of your apartment and you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
climb up and go in the window.
Yeah.
So, or maybe you just tripped and you fall down. And
You know how to
had
fall.
To like break your fall or roll out and have a safe landing. So yes, I think this has an application for anyone and everyone. And then what we do here is we kind of take it even beyond like the basic skill. Now we're doing it for time. So you actually get to see some feedback, like did I go faster or slower, or does this technique go better than this one? And it becomes like a problem-solving skill that you have to look at the course and figure out like what is the best way for me. And I think this kind of translates to the rest of life as well. This is literally an obstacle that you overcome in parkour, but figuratively, I'm learning how to be confident, creative. If one way isn't working, I'm going to try another way, and I'm going to become a more high agent individual who can, if something's not working out for me, I'm going to find another way. And it's just that mentality that I think you can apply to parkour, but like school, work, relationships, everything else in life too.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
yeah, you too.